I'm super ready. Dude, I freaking love you guys so much. Also, dude, let's talk. Be ready. Let's put the questions in. Let's start talking about tonight's episode. So yeah, let's talk about it. Let's freaking talk about it. Let's see. Who won HOH? I have no idea. Are you talking about that thing? So, and I have zero idea if it's actually the wall comp tonight because I'm looking at live feeds right now. There's nothing. So it could be. There was some predictions that the wall comp was tonight, but there was a lot of predictions that we wouldn't be seeing it. So if it is the wall comp, I will match my time with their time. I easily could have done it. I done an hour on the wall. Easy peasy. Like it was nothing, but when I train the way I train for the wall, I do like 15 minutes at like the most intensest thing. And if that's like super easy, then I'll increase the time. So you increase the angle because I don't have someone to like constantly move it back and forth because that actually requires a person to do it. But, just for the new people that came in, put your questions in about tonight's episode. I want to talk about it. I'm super pumped. I was yelling at my screen super hard, bro. Super hard. Because I was like, this cup, oh, if I had that BB blockbuster, I would have killed it, bro. I remembered it. I literally had those competitions ready in hand. The last thing I could think about that comp, the color stacking comp, I mentioned it so many times to so many people. I mentioned it to Kelly when she was on the block. Like, oh my god, like I'm telling you, bro. I would have killed that color stacking comp, dude. If only I had that one for mine, that would have been killer. But hey, that's how the game works. So let's see. I'm gonna talk spoilers. I put a big spoiler, so I'm here to talk Big Brother. So I'm gonna talk about Big Brother. Let's answer the first question. Who do I want to win HOH? Kelly. Kelly's the one I'm kind of going for. She's like the only one in the house that was like 100% loyal to me by the end of week 3. So that's just like mine. I wouldn't mind Keanu. I wouldn't mind, those are the people I want. The people I'm rooting for are kind of different from who I want to win HOH, but yeah. So I'm super excited. I want to talk about tonight's episode. I was screaming at the wall because I knew exactly how to do those. And I mean, it's easier to do it when from the viewer point, you're sitting at home, you see the whole thing. But I know if you're up close, it's a little bit harder to do. So I completely understand that. Let's, what's the next question? Who would you vote out, Vince or Zach? I would vote out, if I was still in the house, I would vote out Vince. But it also depends where the votes lie too, because at that point in the game, you can't be playing too risky. But Vince, for sure, if he definitely had the votes or he needed that swing vote, I would have kept Zach for sure over Vince because I knew Vince really did have his hands in so many pots. And like I said before, I wanted to work with competitors and I wanted to work with people that weren't afraid to make moves, but also could win when they needed to. But a lot of people that are able to win were too scared to win because they didn't want to get that blood on their hands. So when it came to Vince, I felt like early on, like that when it was Lawrence HOH, I felt like he threw that comp simply because his hands were in so many pots. He didn't want to get blood. His first HOH, he was stressing out so much. So for me, I would have wanted to work with Zach. That's why he was supposed to be like my number one guy, simply because I feel like if we needed to win, we could both like win, he wins HOH, I win HOH, and vice versa. Same thing with like Riley and Keanu. Like I think we could have easily killed it. I heard Keanu say on the live feeds, like if Adrian was still here, we would have killed it. Like this whole season would have been way different. The balance beam was in the next HOH right after my eviction. I would have killed it if not like Riley would have, and I would have never let Mickey use her power, and we would have took the shots we needed to. So our side like freaking kills it. So I'm telling you, if I was still in the house, things would have been way different. But of course, things don't always work out that way. But hey, that's the game. Jag got evicted like 10-0, but came back in the game and won the season. So you never know what would have happened. Let's answer the next question. Who do you think is going to win America's Favorite? That's a good question. I don't know. It could be Rachel. I could see Rachel because I think a lot of times before last year, America's Favorite was always in the jury, not pre-jury. Tucker was the only person to be the pre-jury America's Favorite. So because I think it has to do with a lot of showtime and like especially the casual, because not everyone watches live feeds. And when it comes to I would say a huge part of the audience watches just the show and not live feeds. So it's also about showtime, and it also depends which side you're on. But if I had to guess, maybe Rachel, for sure, maybe Ava and Keanu. Depends how far. If Keanu got out tonight, it's gonna be a hard sell for him to. It wouldn't be as hard, to win America's favorite, but he has some competitors, right? For like Ava is really funny. She's freaking awesome, right? And then Rachel, she has a huge fan base coming into this, and she's doing pretty well in the house. She's still in the house, so it's like I think it's gonna be a pretty tough call between Ava and Keanu and maybe Rachel as like America's favorite if I had to guess. Let's move on to the next one. Let's see. Who do I want to go home this week? I don't really know. I mean, if you're talking about tonight's episode, I just wanted Keanu to stay. Remember, this is huge spoilers, so I'm super happy Keanu won. I love to see him in the house. Also, if you guys are putting questions in or anything like that, like actually in the chat, I'm so sorry. I can't go back and scroll. There's so many questions coming in, and I'm talking to you guys at the exact same time, so I can't. I'm trying my best here to answer them, so I might not see it if what do you call it? If you see it in here. So I need to put in the questions, and I guess the more likes the question gets, the higher it gets put up. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Who was I rooting for? Keanu. I was rooting for Keanu in the blockbuster. Hey, Jimmy, what is up? Hi, welcome to the live. No, I was rooting for Keanu so much because I studied that comp, and the fact that I loved how he was taking his time to like not panic, because I think it was super obvious if it was like huge spoilers, by the way, that Zach was kind of stressing out. Like he had I think he had a stack, and then he started taking it off. Like he had the speed, but I think he was choking, because I understand it. It's super nerve-wracking being on the block, knowing that you are gonna go home if you don't win this blockbuster. Like it's so nerve-wracking, and it happens so fast. So I completely understand if Zach really did get the nerves to get to him, but he had that power. You know how many people would have killed to have that power? That's insane too. And I checked all the doors too, and I could have had it, but who knows? Like things should have been a lot differently. Add Jimmy. I don't know. I don't think he put in a request, and I don't know how to do that, and I don't know if we can. But thoughts on Mickey being thoughts on it? I mean, I think watching the live live feeds, watching the episode, I think Mickey does have this kind of maybe a little bit of a power high, perhaps. She still thinks she controls the votes, and I think she's not wrong for thinking that, because I think she definitely does have influence in that house. I think it's mostly because people are just too scared to take a shot, too scared to make anyone upset. And I'm like you said, man, I was so ready to take that shot at the people that I knew weren't gonna vote with me, weren't gonna have my back in the long term. Let's see, what's the next question? Let's see. Who I already answered. Who I was rooting for was Keanu. Where I want to win. Am I gonna call Zach? I'm gonna call Zach a chicken, dude. We always play chess all the time, and I would be like, and then I'm like, I move my pawn forward so he could take with his knight or bishop or whatever piece is bigger, and I wanted him to take it so I could take his piece for more value, and he wouldn't take it, and I'd be like, book, 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 book. So I would always call him a chicken, and I'm definitely gonna call him a chicken when he gets out here. Probably not as soon as he gets his phone or whatever, but I'm gonna chillax. I'm gonna let him breathe, get settled back into the world, and then I'm gonna call him a chicken when everything's good. Because when you leave the house, you go through a lot of emotions. Your head just goes through a bunch of scenarios. It's a lot when you leave the house. So I'm gonna let him wind down a bit, and then I'll call him a chicken. But I will definitely call Zach a chicken for sure. Let me see who do I think is actually holding back of how good they are in this game? For that question, if you're talking about competition-wise, and I think you are, please correct me if I'm wrong, I would say Riley. I think he has a good potential of being a good beast. I feel like Mickey is too. Is kind of holding back, and that's why one of the reasons why I believe that she had the power. That wasn't the hunt. That was just one of the reasons. I had better reasons than that to assume that she's holding back. So I think it's Mickey. I think it's Riley that's holding back at potential to win. Who do I think left in the house? I mean, we see Keanu play easy. We've seen Kelly play easy. I think Zach would have been a competitor to watch out for, but he's already out. So it would probably be those two. Would be Mickey and Riley would probably be people that are holding back a little bit right now. Let's see. What's the next question? Did anyone vote surprise me? I don't think so. I mean, watching it, I'm not surprised. The only thing that would be a surprise is that Ashley voted again against the House. Like I thought that this morning, like they would have like understand like where the votes really lie, but I understand that you have to try. So like the 4 people that voted with me on my eviction, like we had to try. If I had Zach's and Vince's vote, we would have had a tie. Lauren could break it. And I truly believe that I could have persuaded, or I did persuade Ava to vote my way, because she looked like she wanted to, but she was looking at Zach and Vince, and Zach was shaking his head like this, like, no, I'm not going to vote Adrian's way. And then she did it. I felt like she wanted to last second. I think I convinced her, because I did talk to her like for like literally 5 seconds right before we voted. So let's see. Next question. Let's see. Okay. I mean, how do you feel about people shipping me and Ashley? Okay, I see that question often. And my question is like, what about it? I mean, what about it? I mean, it's funny, but like, I mean, like, because there's always like ships, people like, ship people together. But I mean, what's about it? I mean, what's up? Who's your least favorite house guest? Oh, Jimmy, that's a good question. Who's my least favorite? I mean, I don't think I could have a least favorite. Can I be honest? I mean, I really do love everybody in that house and everybody outside this house. But I mean, game wise, I think I have preferences of whose game I like and whose game I don't. But I mean, let's see. Who do you think when do you think pre-jury will end? Dude, this is the question. I feel everyone says they think it's going to be a 7-person jury. I think it's 9. I think it's 9. It makes the most sense if you think about it this way. We had 3 powers. We had Mickey, we had Keanu, and we have Kelly. If they like, just in the world, just imagine this, in the world where they don't use their power right before jury, how and then double eviction happens pre-jury, and then say if Keanu wanted to use his power, there wouldn't be enough time to have a mystery competitor come in, and if Kelly used her power, there wouldn't be enough time for her to use it in double eviction to like set up the thing, right? So that's why I said I think it's truly a 9-person jury. Because of that, it doesn't make sense. Like there's no way you could use those powers before like in double eviction double eviction. So I think double eviction is gonna happen until all the powers are flushed, which they have been. So it could still happen now. Because I don't know if it's determined like preseason or not. I don't really know. So now it could definitely be a 7-person jury if they want to, but if the powers are still in play, I would definitely say it's a 9-person jury. And plus, if you think about having that power all the way till jury, that's kind of a strong power because of how long that power lasts. I think when powers last till jury and not till 1 or 2 weeks, I think those powers usually you want to cut them short, and that's why it's going to be a bigger jury. So that's why I think it's going to be a 9 over a 7. But I could be wrong. All the powers are flushed, so I think it could change. They could definitely be a double eviction. I think when jury started, there was going to be a couple double evictions like close back to back, and that's going to be stressful for the people inside the house. But hey, you never know. I could be wrong. I mean, these are just guesses, but that's my opinion. Yeah, Jimmy did flush the majority of the powers, not all of them, but you're Jimmy, you're 7-person jury. You think so? I think it's 9, but I mean at this point it could change because if the powers are still in play, I don't think it would have made sense to. But if it is a 9-person jury, if it is a 7-person jury, then we still have a few more people joining us, in the real world, when they get evicted. So I'm also excited for that because being outside the house, I'm like, bro, I want to talk Big Brother with like my fellow house guests. So I was like, I totally want to talk with them. I want to say what's up. Like, hey, what was your point of view? Like when Zach comes out, like I'm gonna be like, yo, chicken, what the flip, bro? Why you protecting? I'm like, bro, I would have had your back 10,000%. I'm like, oh, like you're protecting Lauren's game just for a potential showmatch? Oh my lord! I mean, come on, dude. I thought you said you weren't no showmatches for you, bro. Oh my gosh, we would have killed it that season, I swear. Because you guys know how hard I train for some of the most iconic comps. Obviously, you can't train for all of them, but you want to be prepared when you can be. Yes, dude, Jimmy, that's what I'm saying. I want to talk about like all the game with all the house guests, and if it really is a 9-person jury, then I'm gonna be like, oh, like I guess we're gonna have like only one person left, like next week, and that would be it, and then that's all we can talk to. Because I don't know. I want to talk Big Brother. We're all in the house. Let's answer another question. Let's see. What do you think Will's game is? Or what do you think Will's game? Question mark. It seems like he's laying low, but it will pay off. I think Will's in a good spot. He's kind of playing both sides a little bit, or like he's working with a lot of people, but I think the biggest thing going for him is people don't view him as a threat. Like I warned Zach, I warned Kelly to not underestimate Ava. Ava is she's a wolf in like sheep's clothing. I was like, you got to be careful. I love Ava. I was working with Ava, but the thing is, she was working with Will a lot more closely, and we just found ourselves on the block together. Yes, Adrian likes Jimmy outside this house, but I mean, I knew you were going to vote my way. I knew you were lying about that vote, but I was hoping maybe I could swing you, but I guess it didn't happen. But yes, Jimmy, I freaking love you as a person. But in that game, I know you didn't vote with me, but you can't. The way I say it is, you can't hate the player. You gotta hate the game. But I can't hate the game of Big Brother. So that's how I feel about it. But yeah, I think Will's in a good spot versus Ava, because people want to take Will to the end. People don't view him as a threat, and they were one of the two people that made it far in the HOH competition because no one views them as a threat. No one wanted them out, right? So they were able to let everyone else eliminate each other until the end. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Now, Ava winning this HOH, I think she is going to be seen as more of a pawn to go up because she put other people up. So like for Vince, for Keanu, they could easily put Ava up as a pawn now, right? And get less blood on their hands and focus on a bigger target. So like if they wanted to attack, like just say, if for some reason they want to go after Rachel or Riley, for instance, it's a lot easier to vote one of them out over Ava and Will because people aren't as threatened by them. So I think I think they have that going for them. And yes, they really like Will just needs to lay low. He could win he could win an HOH competition, but he doesn't need to. I don't think he needs to because I don't see anyone really putting him up anytime soon. If anything, maybe as a pawn, but even if he gets put up on the pawn, he's such a good pawn that I don't think he's going to go home either way. So I don't think he needs to win unless he feels really threatened in the game by somebody and he feels like he needs to take him out. But I don't think Will needs to win HOH, and I think he just needs to lay low and just keep doing what he's doing. So Will is in a really good spot. The question is, when it comes to like Final 4 or Final 3, will someone take him with him? Does anyone fear that he would beat them in beat them in a jury vote? That's the only thing. But I think everyone in the house probably thinks they could probably beat Will in a jury vote because I truly think that it would be easy to win a vote against Jimmy if he's in the final 2 with you. Ava, I feel like, especially after this HOH, it's gonna be harder to sit next to her in final 2 than Will. And it's gonna be easier to beat Will in the competition, right, compared to like the other house guests, right? But again, I never doubted Will. I never doubted Amy. All the people I always win against, I've never doubted their skill. You never want to underestimate people. I warned Kelly and Zach to not underestimate Ava. Look how that's going for Zach, because yeah, that's why I want to work with competitors, people that I wanted to freaking steamroll the others at the house, but I couldn't find anybody loyal in that house. So I mean, was it all my doing? No, I think there's a lot of things that added to my eviction. But hey, what can you do? Let's see. Let's answer another question. For instance, do I think soon? I don't think so. For that question, I think, yeah. Let's see. Okay, yeah. I answered the question. Do you think if Keanu and Rachel really work together, they will make it far? I don't think so. Simply because Keanu is such a huge target in that house. People don't like that he's already won so much. Besides him, like people are upset with him, like socially, because he keeps walking into different rooms and people can't have private conversations. And sometimes he could rub people the wrong way by saying something accidental. So, like to the house perception, people just want him out because he's a huge threat, and I guess they don't like him as much as they like other people. So, I don't think it's beneficial for Rachel to 100% work with Keanu, especially with Keanu telling, like, as soon as he gets information, he tells the information pretty often. So that's why a lot of people also have that mistrust with Keanu, because Keanu does lie a little bit. I love Keanu to death, but I don't know if it's going to be in Rachel's best interest to work with Keanu. So I just don't think that's going to happen. I think Keanu might be legit when it comes to he wants to work with Rachel, but I don't think it's in Rachel's best interest to take Keanu to the end, because one, I don't think she could beat him in a competition. Who's this? Okay. Should I add Jimmy to the live? Should I? Who wants to see that? I mean, let's see. John agreed. I've tried to accept it. I think I did, but I don't know what's going on.
Adrian, can you hear me?
What's up, Jimmy? How's it going?
Adrian, I'm walking between different clubs right now with some of my friends.
Adrian, you were robbed.
What's up?
And they all think you were robbed.
You were robbed, even though Jimmy put you up.
I know, but I survived Jimmy's HOH, so I'm not too sad about it. If I got home, then I'd be a little more upset.
Wait, Adrian, how's the bread?
It's good. It's good. I mean, I can't talk too much about the bread, but I'll say it's in the safe hands right now. I'll say that.
Your bread man's.
Yeah, my bread mats. It's going well, but like I said, I can't say too much about where the bread is, but I'll tell you it's in safe hands for sure.
Yeah. Wait,
I can confirm
how do you feel about Zach going home this week?
On the personal, I'm kind of excited because I kind of want to talk game with him. Like,
Yeah.
why, man? We could have had the votes. We could have steamrolled. If he would have, like, I heard he was pushing hard or he was defending me, but the problem is I don't think he was pushing Lauren just enough. I think he was telling Lauren that he just wanted Adrian for his game, but I don't think he wants to, like tell her to do it. Because I think, Lauren was very, like, you could influence Lauren what to do, and I think Lauren was looking for that reassurance, but it just wasn't happening. So I'm like, I just want to talk game with Zach because he had a huge, like, a part into why I'm here. So I'm not too bad. I will call him a chicken though, just for for giggles. But like,
I'm alive with Adrian right now.
Oh my God!
I'm around some Big Brother fans right now, so we're gonna walk away from them.
Yeah, I mean, look at you, man. You're already out and about.
No, okay, wait. Okay.
Well, you came from a live party, right? Like a watch party.
I'm excited Zach went home. I'm excited to add him to our pre-jury group chat. Though I wish he went further. I feel like a lot of people that should have stayed have gone home sooner. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I think I said if Zach comes out, Vince is gonna get on by a lot further, because I think people just, if Zach stayed, people would just have feared him for competition wise. So I feel like he would have had a target coming in. But I think with Zach out, Vince could make it far.
Adrian,
what's up? I don't know your name or anybody's name, so if you tell me your name,
he was my favorite. I'm Brian.
Ryan, what's up, Ryan? How's it going?
Adrian, we love you.
Adrian,
I love you guys, dude. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I love the haircut, Jimmy, by the way. I saw you. I went to get a haircut, but my barber's not even in yet, so I'm like...
He would have won the balance beam.
He would have won the balance beam.
Adrian, I have a lot of Adrian fans here right now.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, none of you... I wouldn't tell. You guys talk games so much.
Interview on Rob Has a Podcast.
What about it?
That's not a T. I didn't win that.
He didn't do a second interview? He did.
He did do a second interview.
I did do a
second interview for Rob.
But
so.
he asked.
Hey, man, I think you went on, what, Big Brother Unlocked? Big Brother Unlocked. I was jealous. You got on that, though.
He lives in San Antonio. No, it was great. I got to meet Chelsea, Derek, and Taylor. That was iconic, right?
I know. I was a little jealous because I was like, oh, wait, if you get evicted on an even number, then you get to meet people. I was like, that's so rigged, but whatever.
No, it was fun because when you left, you went right to the holding room into the hotel, right?
Oh, I can't talk about that.
Oh,
remember?
Okay. I don't know what I did either.
Yeah, you don't know what you did. We don't know what we did. So, yeah.
Adrian.
But-
No, well, I'm gonna hop, but Adrian, it was good to talk to you. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay, I'll talk to you soon, Jimmy.
Bye, Adrian.
Yeah, have fun. What is up, guys? How's it going? That's so rigged. I know. I know. Like people, I guess as the house people come out, they're gonna realize that I built competitions. I had my balance beam like 4 times as smaller as freaking love you, Jimmy, too. I practiced for that. I practiced the stacking competition you saw tonight. I have my own wall comp that they are potentially doing as HOH tonight. If I had stayed just a little bit that night, I would have killed it, bro. I would have killed it, especially since me and Zach would have been in the house, and hopefully I would have grown closer to Zach, especially. I mean, like, come on, bro. I mean, like, who knows? But, maybe another time. What's up? What is the ups? Let's answer the questions. Let's see. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that question means. Okay, let's see. Who do I think will win wall comp? They should cancel it since I can't play. Okay, so the people left in the house, I think, here's my best bet. It's Lauren, Morgan, are probably the 2 runner-ups. Vince could potentially do it. Vince, Morgan, Lauren are probably like ideal. Kelly, yeah, I saw Kelly mention me tonight. I know, dude, I mean, if you guys watch the live feeds, which I know you do, they've been name dropping me all week. Like the Adrian vote, Adrian said this, everything. Like my name keeps coming up in that house, and I love it. I have people messaging me, telling me like, never have they seen like a house guest be talked about so well or so much in the house after they've been evicted. Like, I was like, dang, I know. I can't watch live feeds all like 100% of the time, but if you guys have any clips where they name drop me, please send them to me. I would love to see if you have clips of the lives where they name drop me, please send it. I would not mind it at all. Thank you for that. Anyway, so yeah, what was the question I was going to ask? They need a pre-jury battle back. I would have killed for that in this season if they had a pre-jury back to battle back. But that also doesn't guarantee me to come back because I would have to compete. But like I said, like you can't really you could train all you want for competitions, but like you never know what competition it might be. I just train for like the most iconic ones in Big Brother because those are gonna be the ones you're gonna face, right? Like the wall comp is gonna be on Big Brother. The balance beams aren't on every season, but they're pretty darn common. The stacking game, it's been a while since they came back, since they had the stacking game. So I figured it was gonna be in this season. If I was up on the block, I felt like I would have killed that comp. I would have had the speed. Probably not as fast as Zach, but I would have figured out faster than Keanu, I think. But I mean, who knows? It's always there. I literally trained for it. I kid you not. So I have this one. This one's similar to the one you saw on season 22, where you have the top and the bottom, and you couldn't match it like this. That wouldn't count, and you have to match it to the color. Like it was a knockout round type competition, and I trained for that. But I was like, what if they had like threes, which they had this season? So like I said, like I like to predict comps in seasons, like the color stacking game. Like you haven't seen that in a while, so people may not think, hey, I don't need to train for it because it's been a while. But I'm like, that's exactly why you should train for it, because you never know what's going to come in like this season. So you have to train for like almost everything. Let's see, get this man on the challenge. People told me I should make survivor challenges, the challenge challenges. Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like I can make anything, especially those comps. I just think it's super fun to talk about, like, to build like comps that you see on TV, because I think it's so fun to play and you can practice on it. The only thing is, if it's a really big comp, they're harder to build because like you have to store it, because I can't leave them out like all the time because, you don't want them getting damaged or weathered and stuff like that. So for sure. If you guys have any questions, put them in our little question box down there, because I can't always see your questions, because sometimes when I'm talking to you like I am right now, I can't see the questions, and I can only see like 3 questions at a time. So your question you might put it up and it just disappears up in the chat. CBS should hire me as a competition designer. Maybe I would love to design stuff but I think I make it too challenging. I mean, I like to build all my comps a little bit harder than the ones you see on the show. So that's the thing. People want me to do a live stream of me doing the wall. I can't do that because I don't think they're going to show the live stream of them doing the wall. But my wall was designed to be a little bit harder, if not twice as hard as the one you see on the show. Mostly because there's not a lot of foot room. Like most of my foot is sticking out of the thing, forcing me to use more of my shoulders. So I have to be forced to rather tilt my foot like diagonal so that more of my feet are on the wall. But then it's like also harder to keep myself against the wall. So it's a little hard. It's hard to explain, but I'll show it when I go into more detail about the wall comp. And plus, someone has to manually move the wall, and someone can, but like the wall comp could last a pretty darn long time. So, oh my gosh, I was gonna make this thing short, but since we have a lot of people here, let's just keep going. I already answered that question. I'm gonna need some water. Who do you think will win HOH? It depends what competition it is, huh? Sorry, I'm drinking so much water right now. Jimmy, are you still requesting to do live stream? I can't tell if that's an old one or not. Thoughts on Mickey's gameplay? Are you talking about her gameplay or like what she's been saying? Get on Cameo? Oh, yeah. I have some requests that you guys want me to do cameos. I am totally open for that. I know some people have like birthdays and like gifts or just want to see like get some advice or just say hi. I do have cameos. It is set up. I have yet to get the link out for people, but I think you can still search me up on the app and I can start doing cameos tonight, if not tomorrow, and start getting those out to you guys for your friends, for you, for your loved ones, or for whoever you want. So I haven't had the link, but you could search me up. It's just my name. You can easily find me, and yeah, that's it. But I will get that set up later. But yes, I will do cameos if you want it. Let's see. Who do I want to win? Oh, who do I want to win HOH? I want to see Kelly. Kelly was like the most loyal person to me at the end of week 3, and I say the end of week 3 because I questioned her loyalty in week 1 because she said something that I don't think was particularly true to Amy. And we're supposed to be working together, so I don't know why she would tell Amy that I said something about her. Like, that was, like, I think she was still instigating, trying to spread seeds, and she was doing that with her own allies. But, you know, like, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Yes, I was robbed in Big Brother 27. Yes, I know that. I know. I'm sorry. I think I would have killed it in that comp, you know, despite all the chaos going in the house. I think if you could survive the BS, like, you could argue that Kelly and Keanu does not have the best social game in that house. But the fact that they're still in that house, like Zach had a good social game. Did he have a good strategic game? I don't know. Because how I define social and strategic, remember, social is how like who you have influence over, and strategic is how you use that influence. Zach had influence over people. He had the influence over Lauren, especially during my like her HOH, her and Vince. But did they use that influence 100%? Did they tell their like they were? I think they're kind of beating around the bush. They did advocate for me, but if they advocated maybe a little bit harder, maybe if they stuck to their guns, I think they could have. They had influence, but I don't think they used it the way they should have. So I totally forgot what the question was, but would I have kept the 10K or buy myself off the block? I would have used the power, hands down. I would have used it. Because I'm not thinking, I don't care about 10 grand. I don't care about 5 grand. I'm here for the prize. I'm here to win, right? I'm here to make it to the end. You can't do that if you're not safe. So I know there was a one night on the live feeds where I was like, I'm going to throw it to Will. I knew what I was saying. I was never going to throw that BB blockbuster, but I knew it was late at night, and I knew that if the live feeds were on, the only person that's on is me. So I was like, hey, what if I just throw that out there and people would just freak out like my mom? Like, she'd be like, what? Don't throw the blockbuster. Oh, no. I'm like, I was never going to throw the blockbuster. That's a silly idea. I mean, I did think about it, but, like, I would have never gone through with it. Like, come on. Like, you think, like, I have to guarantee my safety every single time if I have that chance. Jimmy, are you still trying to join? I'm like, it says your request is there, but I think you're off doing things. So, you remember that night, right? I know. I was like, what if I just throw the blockbuster and give it to Will? Because I don't think Will has the votes. But that was like the thing that the night of the nominations, so we didn't know what were votes like. Do I think Keanu is going to beat Jack's veto record? Yeah, if he stays in the house, because he's going to get put up in pretty much every week. Like I could see next week, depending who wins. What do you call it? Next week, what do you call it? Him getting put up again is the only person I think that wouldn't put him up would probably be Riley. Maybe Kelly. I don't think. Yeah, Kelly. Riley wouldn't put him up, and I wonder if Vince would do it. He probably would do it. Maybe just for like because he's scared to put anyone else up. So maybe. Do you consider Keanu a comp beast? Freak, yeah. I mean, how can you not consider Keanu a comp beast? He guaranteed his safety. Like, do I think he's like, nah, he's a comp beast. Like, but it also depends who you compete against. Like, and like also what type of competitions. Like, I don't think we've seen Keanu do a mental competition against someone that is good or like, like Keanu. I think he's a huge physical beast. Like when he came to the Lawrence HOH, like he got out first round. So everything Keanu's played in was been pretty much physical. But yeah, without a doubt, you can't deny he's not a compy. So I mean, do I think Rachel would put up Keanu? That's actually a fantastic question. If I think about it from her perspective, she needs to. I told her that if she's gonna win this game, she needs to make big moves. If she I think she can make it. She could possibly be the first two-time winner. I truly believe that. She just has to make it to the final two, and she has to figure out who she's gonna sit next to. I think her best chance is Will or Ava, but she needs to make big moves that people are gonna respect. I'm talking about people inside the house, not us outside the house. So is Keanu that big move? I don't know if it's that big of a move because it's going to get everyone else upset. But I can see her easily putting up like Vince. Well, Zach's not there. Vince, maybe Keanu. Who else is in that house? I can see. Yeah, I feel like Rachel would probably have to put up. I can see her putting up Morgan, Vince, and Keanu just because I think she does have a soft spot for showmances, and I don't know if she's willing to take a shot at that. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't think she's going to put up. Well, maybe because of lack of options. Like, does she really want to take a shot at the showmances because she does have a soft spot for it? But I think if it comes down to if she needs to win this game and she has to take that shot, I think she will. So let's see. Let's answer these questions. Let's see. What's next for you with your newfound platform? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I'm just living my life here. I'm just enjoying like everybody here. I'm just enjoying my life. I mean, I mean, who knows? I mean, I really wish I could play Big Brother. I had, like I said, I had a lot to give. I think like from like a lot of unfortunate circumstances led me to getting evicted. I think I could still kill it in the game, especially learning from every mistake I made. Like there was a lot of little things that I could easily have improved on. But I mean, like you don't need to have a perfect game to win this game, like at all. And I mean, there's perfect examples, but I don't want to like take away anyone's win by saying like things like talking bad about past winners' games because I feel like winners win for a reason. So, but like I said, like Jack, I think is the best example for me. Is like he got evicted 10-0, and he came back in the house, or he didn't even leave the house, but he was evicted. But he won the game. He continued to win the game like that. That goes to show you that even people that are evicted, like Jimmy, Zach, me, any of us, could have been that winner if one thing had been a little bit different. For me, I think I had I don't know if I had the closest split vote. I have to think about it, but I don't want to think about it right now. But like I said, I really could have like a lot of things could have happened that were different. What do I like better, Big Brother or Survivor? I mean, come on, bro. Like that question is Big Brother all the way. I mean, Survivor is great. I love Survivor. But there's a reason why I want to do Big Brother. I love Big Brother, especially how long it is and all the fun, goofy competitions. I think Vince's costume was freaking cool. I would love to personally have that costume because that just looks like a blast. Do I think Keanu has a chance of winning his way to the end or very far, even though he's a target? Yes. I think the hard thing for Keanu, if he makes it to the end and he gets put up every single week, that's a huge resume builder. And but there's a lot of things to consider. What makes a winner is the people that vote for him. Are the people that vote for him going to be upset? Like, because I don't think these people on the jury, I don't know if they're going to just like, oh yeah, you won so many comps, you deserve this win. I think the people in the jury are going to look at more than just comps. His social game, did he finesse his way to get out of tight spots? Because everything he did to get himself out of a tough spot, he won. And winners need that ability to win when they need to. So he has that down, hands down. But does he have good social connections where the jury would want to vote for him to win? That is the hard question. I think if he's standing next to somebody, like if he's standing next to Will, I think he has a good chance of winning just because I think he could argue his way why he should deserve that win. If he's sitting next to Rachel, I don't know. It could be hard. It just depends what the jury is. If the jury's bitter, how they feel about these certain people. So it's tough to say. But I think Keanu, if he there is a possibility. There is always a possibility to win Big Brother, no matter how terrible your game is at the moment. Because right now, they still have a long way to go. So their social game could be completely trash right now, but it could improve dramatically because things change every single moment in the house, every hour, every day, every minute. People switch votes. People literally switch their votes in that moment. People decide who they want up, who they don't want up anymore. So like a lot can happen in just a day. So Keanu not being able to win if he's sitting there in that final two could easily change overnight. So let's not let that take away from his possibility of winning. Let's see. So yeah, I think Keanu, to answer that question, yes, I think Keanu does have a chance of winning this game. But is it an easy one? I don't think so. Let's see. What was your way of passing time in the house and staying relatively sane? Not being able to leave would drive me crazy. I just play chess and talk. Like the big thing you want to do is socialize with the people. But it's kind of hard to like you could socialize, but you need to talk game. But the problem is everyone like you don't want to be seen as like a duo, a trio, because like Mickey, Morgan, and Zach were easily seen as a trio. Jimmy and Rachel were seen as a duo. Mickey, Morgan were seen as a duo because of how often they were together. So like it would have been easy for me to like anybody to put them up. If you wanted to target one like Jimmy, then you got to put up Rachel with them or vice versa. Simply because you don't want them winning the veto, taking themselves off, and that duo is completely safe. So I didn't want to target on my back necessarily from like being super close to somebody. And that person that I was close to was Kelly, and Kelly had a huge target put on her back since week one. Just because I don't know if it was shown too much in the actual episodes, but she was going to the HOH events a lot. And it rubbed the house the wrong way. They felt like she was playing too hard on top of the instigating she was doing the first week, and that drew a big target on her back, which led to a bigger target on my back. And on top of me being close to winning a lot of competitions, the other day I heard Ashley talking to I want to say Vince that saying, yeah, Adrian was pretty close. He was really good at competitions. He got like second place in like every competition he played or whatever. I'm like. Oh. So yeah, I was already seen as a huge threat moving into the house, and it was like, and the fact that you have Keanu bigger than me, Zach, Zay bigger than me, Riley bigger than me, I'm like, this is perfect. I could easily be seen as non-threatening as long as I don't show my cards too much. Like I didn't show that I was good at competing, but when I was competing on that bridge, I was like, I want that power. I want it. Like I want to be in a position of power to win this game. Or like to make alliances. And I knew that competition wasn't HOH, but I was like, I don't care if it's HOH or a power. That's something that I need going into the game. So in hindsight, I should have not thrown the HOH, but I decided to because I thought I had a huge target on my back because of how close I was on that bridge competition. So yeah, let's see. Who's that? Who are you guys talking about? Let me see. Um, would I consider starting a YouTube channel about BB or your comp builds? I mean, I have a YouTube channel. I don't know if I would dedicate it completely to competition, like be a Big Brother. I can. I know. I think Rob had a podcast that maybe I could start like a podcast about what do you call it, about Big Brother and stuff like that. And I would love to talk game, but I mean, I don't know. Like, I would love to talk about the competitions I built, the strategies behind them, like the best way to survive on the walk-on. Because some people think it's just surely forearms and that it is only like forearms and that's all you need. But there's a lot more to go into it and a lot more technique that to help you last on the wall longer. But I didn't want to share that like prior to me going in the house because I didn't want like to get blown up and be known in the community to be like, oh, this guy trained for comps, and then I go on Big Brother and they're like, oh, we know him. He has his own wall. So I kept all my comps secret from like the public so that if I ever were on Big Brother, which I was, that they wouldn't know my techniques. They wouldn't know that I trained for it. Now people know about me. People know I train for comps. People know I build my own comps. And I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's a long shot for me to ever come back. But you know, I would never say never. I would love to come back and show how much potential I had coming back into the game. So I'm okay revealing some of the techniques it is to win some of these competitions. Like the last live, I did say like the technique of how to best like do when you're competing in puzzles and how to win them. It's not like such a big advantage. So like when you go against the ready set go competition, I knew that one. You just needed pure leg strength to win that thing. But there's also a second technique that is crucial that takes out really good players. And it actually happened my season. This season was false starts. People let go all the time, and that takes out great players. So even though I didn't have the biggest legs, I wasn't Quadzilla like Keanu was, but I outlasted Jimmy and Keanu simply because I knew to not move my fingers at all, no matter how uncomfortable it was. Jimmy wanted to move his fingers. Keanu wanted to move his fingers because they're feeling uncomfortable, whatever. And that's how they got out. That's how they lost that competition. I lost my competition because, you know, Casey just beat me at the end. But other than that, there are small strategies that could give you that little bit competitive advantage if you need it. So it's better to know it than not know it. This is how I like to see it. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on, give me 1 second. I am looking. Okay, I already answered that one. But I will be building more Big Brother competitions in my so I'm looking forward to that. I do want to share it. Let's see. Do I think people or what do I think about Mickey letting it slip that she's working with other people? I don't think that was the best move to tell like Ashley that. Like, let me talk to my other people and consult them, like as if Ashley was not her like close ally, because they are supposed to be working together. So yeah, that's a bad look. That just shows it may not bite her in the butt short term. It also depends who wins, because I think the people that she's working closely with, I think they have other people to put up, other people to target, unless they want to do what Mickey did or Lauren did, was to put up people that, especially what Mickey did, put up someone that you're closely working with, like. So. I think that might bite her in the butt, but it just depends who wins power. Like, can Ashley win an HOH later in the season and take that shot at Mickey if she needs to? Like, that's the question. Let's see. Let's see. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Let me write something down here. I'm gonna write something down. Let's see. I will. Let's see. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna look something up real quick. Give me 1 second. But if you have any questions, please write them in, and I will answer them the best. I didn't expect to be up this late and talk, but I mean, we're just on a roll right now. Um, what did I think of Rosa saying I was her favorite this season? Oh, I mean, that's great. I mean, I love that. I mean, I was so surprised when I came out. I mean, I absolutely love that. When I came out, because I didn't think too much about public perception. I was there to win. I was thinking about Big Brother. I had other things on my mind. I didn't know how it would come across to America. I didn't know how people were. I feel like people that watch live feeds really understand my game a lot more than if you were a casual viewer and just watched the show. So I mean, I love it. I appreciate everyone that tells me that I'm their favorite. I was robbed. Yeah, I mean, I really appreciate it, guys. Like, I don't think I could express how much that means to me, because like I never expected to be so loved walking out of the Big Brother house. Um, it's just something I wasn't thinking about, because that's not something you really needed to focus on to win the game. I wanted to win the game. I think you guys know that. I think most of you guys came from the live feeds, and that's why you guys know more of my game, more of who I am. And for everyone that tells me that they love me, that I rock, and that they love my game, like, I really do see you guys, and I really do appreciate it. So I just want to let you guys know that. Let's see. I watch you. You watched me make an omelet for Riley, and it was so sweet. Yeah, I know it was a two-tone omelet, and I even though I am vegan, I can still make a pretty good egg omelet. You know, I could still cook food for people. You know, so there is that. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. So let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. How did it feel to compete against Casey? I mean, it was weird, because I'm like, I haven't seen her, like I'm like, she looks like a celebrity. I mean, like, I'm like, I haven't, like, I saw she was the second season I ever watched, season 20, right? And I'm like, whoa. I mean, she didn't seem real. She didn't seem real, because I'm like, I don't know. It's like seeing the celebrity in person. You're like, whoa, and then like you see him in person. It was cool. She was cool. She was very cool. It was an honor to like compete against her. But I was like, what do you call it? It was really an honor to compete against her. But I mean, if there was one person to take me out, it would have to be a champion, a future, a winner of Big Brother, because who else was going to take me out? And everyone told me, you know what, Adrian, you technically beat Keanu, and you technically would have won that comp if Casey wasn't there. But I'm like, simply put, Keanu won the power, and therefore he used the power and he won the veto. Even though I did outlast Keanu in that competition, I didn't win it because he had the power. So I mean, I know Ava was super upset that I lost that, and Keanu won because of his power. But hey, I mean, I can't hate. You know, you can't hate the player, hate the game, and again, I can't hate the game of Big Brother. So, um, I just love watching y'all mess around and just live life on the live feeds. I know, it was so fun. I mean, like, I don't know, it was so fun just being us. Like I don't know, like, I feel like I do a lot of, like, my friends tell me, like, I have like a lot of funny moments, or I do like a lot of interesting things. But the thing is, like, there's like no one ever around to like capture it, like to see it. And that's the beauty thing about Big Brother. Like, the whole bread date, like, that's something I obviously do in my real life, like, for funs. Or like the whole washing machine. Like, I genuinely talk to the washing machine or talk to things. Like, I have those moments in real life all the flipping time, simply because that's just who I am. I mean that's just how it is. But like, no one ever sees it because I'm not being recorded 24/7. So there is also that. What is the ups, everybody? Everybody. Let me see. Would I play Big Brother against Julie Chen if I could? That's a good question. I mean, I would. I would love to play Big Brother with Julie Chen or against Julie Chen. But I mean, I don't think I would want to be against her. I think she would win the game hands down. Like, who would ever put up Julie Chen? Like, let's be honest here. Like, she's the queen from Queens. I mean, what can I say? So let's see. Let's see. You brought us so many great memories just by being on the show. Is there any chance we could do it in return? Oh, no, no, it's okay, guys. You don't have to do anything for me. I mean, just your kind words is enough for me, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna answer that question, but okay. Let's see. Let's see. Do I go to raves? I can't say that I do. I can't say that I do. I've never been to one. I don't know. I hear mixed reviews on raves, so I don't know if it's like, because I know sometimes they could go bad. So that's the only thing probably deterring me. But I mean, I wouldn't mind. I think raves, are they bad or good? Like, I heard they're good, but sometimes they could be bad. So I'm like, I don't want to do anything bad. Like, that's the one thing I like. I don't want to do is like something bad. So if it's a fun rave, no one's gonna get hurt. It's all good vibes. Sure, I would totally be down, and I wouldn't mind it. Who do I want to win? Kelly. Kelly. Then it would be Keanu. Then it would be probably be Catherine, and then probably Ava, then Will. It's probably like the order at the moment. But it's always subject to change because I'm not afraid to change my mind if I need to, right? Or if I want to. Simply put. Thank you for calling me that. Thank you. Let's see. I already answered that question. Are you going to call Zach a chicken? Absolutely, I'm going to call him a chicken. As soon as he comes out and he's settled back in the world, I'm going to call him the biggest freaking chicken ever, just for funsies, because we always played chess, and I would joke around with them about that. So there is that. So yeah, Rosa is here. Well, hey, Rosa, what is up? I didn't know you're here. I mean, I didn't see you pop in, but hello, welcome to the live. I'm just talking about Big Brother, just vibing out, I guess. Just talking about, I guess, the things people are asking me. Hi, it's such an honor to have you here. Hi. Okay, these questions are getting pretty interesting. Oh my Lord, I don't think I can answer that one either. I mean, let's see. I think we already answered that one. Any questions? Any new questions here? Any questions? I already answered that. Okay, I think I got most of the questions. What was my favorite season besides season 27? Wait, how long is this live? I have a zero flipping clue. I was trying to keep it short, but I mean, Jimmy hopped on, and then we started talking more, and then we got more questions. I'm trying to keep it short, so like I don't keep people up, because I know some people are gonna stay up, and I'm like, I don't want people staying up if they, if they have things to do. I'm like, please take care of yourself. You gotta love yourself. You gotta take care of yourself. So I'm like, okay. So I don't know how long this live is. Probably gonna end it pretty soon. So just a little heads up. My favorite season ended in 27. It's pretty hard to say. But season 10 was good. Season 16 was good. I did like season 22. I know some people don't like it, but I mean, I didn't mind it. I know there's a bit of turmoil about the first HOH. But I would have to go with, let's just do season 10 or 16. 16 was good. I don't know. 16 was good. I mean, how can you not like Zach? He was pretty darn funny. I don't want to call anyone a Fruit Loop dingus, but I mean, he was pretty. He put on a phenomenal show of Big Brother, and I'm like, I think that's just funny. Look, yes, I know season 22 is. Some people didn't like that season, okay, but you know what? I liked it. Okay, so I stand by my statement. Is it my favorite? Do I think it's the greatest of all seasons? No, but I liked it. Okay, I mean, how can I not like anything Big Brother? Would I consider reindeer games a freak? Yes, dude. I would love reindeer games. The thing about reindeer games is that yes, you have that social aspect. There's not that much. So it's more competitive wise than social. Yes, it does help a little bit. Social game in reindeer games, but what I love about reindeer games is it's basically like you could basically bring back competition beasts or who could have been competition beasts like me. like and just compete in puzzles in like well, not classic but like kind of traditional Big Brother like competitions and have like other people compete. Like Cameron was considered a comp beast and he went against like Cody, Xavier, and you just see people like compete against each other like from different seasons, and it doesn't last that long. Episodes are every day. I'm like, bro, reindeer day games I would totally be down for. I would love that, and just to be in that house again would be phenomenal. I would do it hands down. If they ever called me, I'm gonna say yes. Simple as that. Uh, yeah, Keanu, would he win reindeer games? Yeah, if it's all physical, but there was, yeah, it depends. Keanu is a comp beast, but I mean, there are some like you never know. Like, let's see, yeah, Keanu is an absolute comp beast. Um, but Riley beat him in the balance beams. We have yet to see Keanu compete in a really mental competition, which is a little hard to prepare for. But I think Keanu could probably kill it. We just haven't seen him shine in that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like say if we haven't seen like a player play yet, we don't know if they're hiding their ability. So like Xavier, in his season in season 23, he didn't really compete or like he didn't show his cards of how well he could compete until the very end of the season. So there's also that like you never know who's a secret comp beast, and that was supposed to be the plan when I came in. Like people weren't supposed to know, but I kept getting second place, and it just got so annoying. So I put a target on my back, and I tried to play it down as much as I could, but they just yeah. So let's see. Yeah, I think I'll hang out with most of the house guests I met when the season's over. I don't see why not. I mean, I don't hold any hard feelings. Maybe they do, but like I said, it's a game. That's part of the game. Like like how can you get mad? You didn't take me to that. You didn't let me win. You know what I mean? I mean, like I said, you could think about it like it was a little upsetting that Zach and Vince didn't go vote my way. But like at the end of the day, like what am I gonna do about it? Like cry? I mean, I could, but I mean, like there's no hard feelings. I wish it was different, but no hard feelings. How do I feel about watching the rest of the season after getting to know everybody? Does it alter your perspective and opinions a lot? I think so. I think so. Because I know these people, right? I feel like I saw more than the show showed, and I saw more than the live feeders got to see. Because when the live feeds are down, I'm still talking to the house guests. I'm still talking to them. So there's a lot that happens that y'all didn't see that I know. And as every house guest comes out of the house, they're gonna know a lot more than everyone else, like than the public, right? Because live feeds are like 70%, 80%, 9%, 75%, however you want to say it, but it's not 100% of the show because the only way you get 100% of those what's happened if you're actually in the house. But live feeds are the best thing you could do if you're like the general public, which you guys are. So, uh, yeah, Keanu HOH win would go pretty hard. I would also love to see Kelly, uh, because like I said, I'm rooting for them both. So I don't know if Keanu would put up Kelly, but I know Kelly wouldn't put up Keanu, and that's why I kind of want to see them win. So let's see. Which former Big Brother house guest of any season would I rather want to come in over Rachel? That is an interesting and cool question. Uh, let's see. Let's see. That's a good question. Who would I want to? It depends. I would just think from a strategic standpoint who I could work with. And it's that's pretty hard to say. I would want a comp beast that is loyal and that wouldn't mind taking shots. And I think I was thinking about this. Maybe Kylan, from season 23. Like I remember, like his vision was him and Xavier going to the final end, and like they just battle out, like let the best man win. And I understand, like you wouldn't want to do that because you don't like he was a huge threat, and you didn't want to potentially compete against that. So I understand, like you have to get that person out early, like as or not early, but before it gets like to like the final three. So for sure, I would. But long for the rest of the whole game, I would probably want to work with him because I know he's a competitor. I know he would be loyal, and I know that he would want to play. So I wouldn't mind Kylan to play with that guy. So yeah. So I mean, let's see. because I'm just thinking of it more of a strategic standpoint, not like a fanboy type of thing. Like, because then you would, I want to work with. I wouldn't mind working with Chelsea either. I think she was a great player, but um, I don't know. I don't know if she would want to take me to the end though. So, but hey, I mean, I wanted to work with people that are competitors and wouldn't fear me in the end, and I don't think Highland would do that because he didn't fear taking Xavier to the end. So that's kind of what I want, and because we could easily run the game if you have that loyal and strong allies. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, me and my bread, man, we would have been number one either way. Let's see. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Jag or Matt. Like, probably not Jag. Like, I wouldn't mind doing it with Jag. Jag's also a good player too. Um, yeah, I wouldn't mind that. It's because like if you could find that loyal ally and you guys have each other's back, like you could literally run the game. But the fact that no one was really loyal to anybody, like Vince has so many final twos, and I'm like, I tried warning everybody about that, like. But they trust their final two that I'm like, bro, just look at the facts. Like, bro, like, do you not see him hanging out with everybody and the evidence that I put in front of you? Like, ugh, like you should be able to see it. But I mean, like, was Vince gunning for me? Um, no, I don't think he was. But like, is he gonna like? So I wouldn't come after Vince, but I knew that he was working with a lot of people. But I couldn't really do much because I still needed his vote. I still needed him on my side. So we'll see what Vince does because Vince, I heard him saying if he wins HOH and doesn't put Rachel up, does that mean like he's good? Like she won't come after him? I'm like, bro, if you do that for 2 weeks, there's no one else for Rachel to put up. I'm like, she's gonna take that shot. I'm like, it's all about HOH. Like you can't be afraid to take a shot at the people that want to take a shot at you. Like you cannot be afraid because they will take that shot when they get the chance. I'm like, come on, like stop, like we gotta stop playing scared here. I saw someone comment like the house is such a chicken coop, and I thought it was hilarious because I called them a bunch of chickens. I'm like, it's just a chicken coop. But I know there are some people in there that are willing to take the shots and aren't afraid to get a little blood on their hands. And like, come on, bro, it would have been way different. Yeah, Vince has to backdoor Rachel. And he could put Keanu on the block. I was thinking the same thing, that put Keanu up simply for one because he could guarantee him safety at least twice, and put Rachel up as a backdoor option. Because Rachel would absolutely lose it if you put her on the block initially. So it would have been absolutely Rachel is totally a backdoor type of person. You should not put her up. But I mean, if you are going to put her up against some really good competitors, so there's no way she comes down, or put her up against her allies. So one that causes a divide between her and her closest allies, and to ensure that none of them use it on her. But the problem with that is, what do you call it? Then it would be kind of you going to, like, I would have to slowly, like, the HOH that puts them up would have to basically single-handedly have to go against everyone that they put up to ensure that Rachel goes home or whatever. Would use veto on Rachel, his queen? Maybe. I wouldn't doubt it. I know Keanu he says those things, but I mean, I don't know if he 100% means it or is he just saying it. I feel like sometimes he means it, sometimes he's not gonna really do it, but who knows? I mean, Keanu is an interesting player to watch. Let's say that. Do I think this week is going to come back to bite Ava in the butt? By the way, you were my number one. Love you. Thanks, Emily, for that question. Calling me your number one pick. I appreciate it. But do I think that's going to hurt Ava's game? I think it hurt her a little bit because she didn't need to win. She didn't need to win that. She didn't need to win HOH. But if she had took Vince out, I think that would have been a lot better for her game. Or maybe, yeah. Put a lot better for her game. Because right now, I think when it came to Vince and Zach, like Zach was just to the house, I believe, was seen as more of such a threat competition wise that it was, even though they know Vince has his hands in a lot of pots, that Zach would just be a harder person to get back on that block. And take him out. So that's why I think they took him out this week. But I don't think it's going to bite her in the butt short term, because even if Ava sees the block, I highly doubt she'll get voted out unless she's against Will. I think that's the only scenario I could think at the moment that Ava gets kicked out or maybe like Catherine or Riley. I could see that potentially because there would be bigger threats than Ava, but like, or no, Ava would say that. No, yeah. Maybe Catherine. No, she's still safe. Yeah, I think the only way she goes home is if she's sitting up against Will. That's the only way. So I don't think it's going to bite her in the butt. Short term, in long term, who knows? But I don't think it's going to be that detrimental to her game. What about Lauren versus Ava? Like if they're sitting on the block, I think Lauren's going to go home. She won a competition. She's oftentimes a swing vote for a lot of people. She doesn't talk too much about her game. She only really talks her game a lot with Vinny or Vince. So it's easy to vote out her because I know Ava doesn't share her game too often with a lot of people either. But the thing is, when it comes to competitions, people fear other people that can win. So when it comes to competitions, I think they're going to fear Lauren over Ava more, and that's why they would vote out Lauren, I would believe. But again, this house, they change their minds so quick, so often, you never know what happens. But it's getting late, guys. I love answering questions, but I will probably answer it next Sunday? Today's Thursday. So next episode, we're going to go live and we're going to talk about Big Brother there. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for staying up. So what's up? You told me to wait. You got a question? You got to say it now. Are you typing it? I hope you're typing it. Okay. That's it. I'm going to go. All right, guys. I love you guys. I will see you guys later. Good night.